Yes. Regular girls. We're back.
We're back, and one of us has bangs.
Yes, I have bangs. I'm living the bang life. Right now, not that you guys can see them, but the depiction of them, they're a little messy right now, but that's okay.
They look good. They look good. I was concerned. I saw that you had posted on social media, and I made a point to go to every social media platform to go, what the what?
What in the...
Just so that my opinion was heard.
It was a decision that I felt like, I just felt that it had to happen.
That's fine.
I felt like I didn't want to just have regular long hair. I really just want to have this like 70s shag. That's my ultimate dream.
Yeah, I think you've achieved it, and it's like very obvious.
Great.
That you're there, and I get it.
Wait, is it too obvious?
No. I mean, like, it's a cool vibe. It's like I get the 70s shag sort of feel.
Now, let's not fool anybody that having bangs is a part-time job.
Oh, the second I saw you, I just said, what's going on? Are we washing them separately? What's the deal?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Dry shampoo has been working just fine for me in my bang situation.
Okay, but what dry shampoo are you using? Because I only use the Dove stuff because I...
Oh, no.
When I had the Donaires and I felt special, I would get the Kevin Murphy dry shampoo, which is exceptional.
But the Kevin Murphy one's great, but I don't like spray dry shampoos.
You're using the powders.
I always used a powder. The spray ones I find make your hair almost like greasier, or it's like too much product.
Oh, yeah.
It's too much, and it like builds up, where I use this one called Verb. They have it at Sephora. It comes in this little pink bottle, and that is the one that I always use. I like bought it in bulk. Because it saves my life. It's just like, and I don't know if it's good on everybody. It's easy on me because I'm blonde, so I think I can get away with a bunch of different, or I don't have to have like the colors or anything. It's not too chalky in my hair. But I do that, and then those like weird little like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like those volumizing powder things.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I just put a little bit of that like in the crown of my bang, shift it around, and maybe like a little dry texturizing spray, and I'm off to the races.
I started using the Got To Be. Is that just Canadian or is that American as well?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it's all over, but maybe not.
I remember a hairdresser gave me this Got To Be powder that gives you like volume, and she was like, I'm like, well, how much do I use? Because I love volume, and she's like, you'll know when you've used too much, and I did, and it took like 4 washes to get normal.
Oh
hair.
my! that stuff is crazy. If you don't know how, like, I just use it like pretty sparingly.
Oh, and as
you should.
I
always I usually do my own hair. It depends. But if somebody else does my hair and puts like too much of that in, and it like feels cool. Like when they put it in your head, it like feels like this like weird sensation.
Oh, it's horrible. And I play with my hair. That's why I don't like it, because I can't run my fingers through my hair.
It's gnarly. But if I just use a little bit of it, it kind of keeps things in place. But I will tell you, working out with bangs is a shitstorm.
Oh, I don't even know how you're going to do it. You're going to have to get a bandana or like a headband.
Listen, I have many of all of those things.
Yeah.
And I guess like even when I cut my bangs, I was like, am I ready to have pain in the ass hair? But I had pain in the ass hair like a month ago.
The second you get extensions, why not go full blown? That's my thing. Just do it. You're already there.
Yeah, working out with my hair when it was like a bob was also a nightmare. So whatever, it's fine.
I will tell you that my working out has evolved to me wearing a hat, and that is a debatable issue. I now like work out with a hat on.
I do that all the time.
It's the best. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I don't know why I was trying to be cute with my top knot. Shove a hat on. Who am I there to impress? And then just get to sweating.
What kind of hat do you wear?
I have like an LA Dodgers hat, and then I have, which is just an old hat of Brendan's, and then I have just like a baseball cap. But it's like the one that's like, remember the Von Dutch ones that's like has like the breeze? It's like a trucker hat.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. I actually work out in a trucker hat, too.
Yeah,
but it's definitely not Von Dutch.
No, mine's not Von Dutch either.
Did Von Dutch ever make, like, a come around? Like, did they ever come back?
I think that they tried to. I mean, I had a pink Von Dutch hat. I think I got, like, a knockoff in New York, and I never felt cooler.
Yeah, Von Dutch hats were so cool for like a hot minute.
Oh yeah.
Those, and the fact that like juicy couture outfits are coming back, like these like full velour outfits. And I will say they've updated because they're on the Urban Outfitters website.
Yes.
I almost bought one, and like
you can't.
it brought me back to being like 19-year-old me when they were like really cool, and I totally couldn't afford to buy one.
Of course.
And I still look at the price and I'm like, I still don't want to pay that for this jumpsuit because it's kind of a novelty gag wear.
And my whole thing is like they look super comfortable, but here's my concern. I feel like when I put it on, I'm going to look like Amy Poehler from Mean Girls when she's the mom. And like, I'm just going to be like, I'm the cool mom. Like, that's what I would look like in a Juicy Couture suit. But they do look comfortable.
Yeah, they look totally, yeah, I picture her with like the hard boobs, like going to hug the kids.
Oh,
and
yeah. And the dog's like chewing on her nips. You're like, ew, what is this?
Cut this out. It's gross. It's gross.
But yeah, so I would say put a hat on too. Maybe that'll save your bangs.
Yes, I brought a hat with me. I actually work out sometimes in a Dean Ambrose hat.
Oh, okay.
Family plug. But I know it's nerdy, but it's actually like the best fitting hat that I own.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's a great hat. Just go to www.shop.com. Seriously, it is a good hat, though. I wear it all the time, just like working out.
I will say that when I went to a Raw once, I was just trying to get merch. I wanted to get a Daniel Bryan Respect the Beard sweater because those things I thought they were great. Yeah. And they ran out, and I've never been so sad. I was like, were
those like the burgundy ones?
Yeah, and I was like, these are sick.
Yeah, they're really good. I actually had one of those, and I think I lost it, and I was really upset that I lost it.
Yeah, I was just like, these are the best. But anyways, we won't get into that. But
how about this Canada shirt I'm wearing?
Ooh, hello. And I'm wearing...
this company called Homage. They make like a bunch of like shirts. They sent me some cool t-shirts. It's got a big Canada flag on it. I'm so into it.
It's so crazy that you're wearing like a camping sweater, and I'm also wearing like a wolf howling at the moon sweater. We're very like campy.
We're synced up. We're regular girls synced. Hey, did you bought new crystals this week?
I did.
What'd you get?
Thank you for reminding me. I did. Okay, so here's the thing. It's like a whole shenanigan, as always, with me and life in general. So I was like, I'm going to go out and buy crystals. I should point out that I felt I needed to put makeup on to make this purchase. And what happened was a dramatic cat eye. And it was noon.
Oh my God, that's great.
Thank you.
Good for you.
The crystal shop's just around the corner. So I walked there.
No, because if you're going to buy crystals, you're already a little bit like, okay, I know people are already going to have a preconceived notion of who I am. Totally. But if I show up with this makeup, I'm not who they think that I am.
I'm a cool girl.
And give me all the crystals. And don't judge me, because have you seen the sharpness of this cat eye?
And it was sharp.
Step off, hose.
So I went in and I was like, hi. And they're like, what do you need? And it was like this bead shop and like incense shop, like this, as we recommend, if there's a pun on the word gem, that's where you go. So I went in and I was like, oh, I'm like looking for some crystals. And I had known what I kind of wanted, but I was like seeing if she would give me some advice. But what I ended up with was a citrine, which is like a clear and yellow crystal. And that promotes like abundance and like work success and career success and like money and all this kind of stuff. So I got that, a big chunk of it. Then I got a rose quartz because you got to have some love.
That's the one.
And then I got a clear quartz just to kind of pump up all the energy of the other crystals. And it also provides like balance and all this stuff.
Wait, there's crystals that can amplify the other crystals?
Yes.
What the shit?
They're clear quartz and it fully looks like a penis. And people on my Instagram have commented and I was like, I know, it looks like 2 balls and a full penis.
I am going to your Instagram immediately because I did not see this.
I will also call Brendan. He can bring it in so you can see it. In here. And the last one I got, which was funny, like the girl was kind of walking around with me and I saw this like big, like black one, like a big chunk. And I was like, what is this? And she's like, oh, do you feel like drawn to that? And I'm like, well, like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. I'm like, I'm not really into like, I just don't want like a big piece of coal in my house.
No.
And she was like,
black magic.
She's like, are you dealing with like a lot of negative energy right now? And I was like, I mean, kind of. And she's like, yeah, this will like ward off negative energy and it like protects you. And it's called like tourmaline or something. So
tourmaline, yeah, I've got some of that.
So she gave it to me. It comes in different colors, she said, but that one, the one they had was black. So she gave it to me. And yeah, that was it. And then I went to go pay and for some reason my debit card wasn't there and I was like, oh, I live just around the corner, like I'll go. And then I got kind of nervous, like maybe I shouldn't get these, I don't know. And just as I thought like, oh, maybe I won't go back, I get a text with like a job offer.
What?
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
Stop.
Yeah. I was like,
oh my gosh, so that's amazing.
So I ran back to Brendan and he was like, go get those witch rocks. Go back and get the witch rocks. So I got them. And like someone had recommended on Instagram or Twitter or something to put the citrine in the back left corner of my house, and that promotes like money. And
how do people decide these things?
I don't know. It's like bizarre. But I was like having an issue getting paid for something, and it was like a month long of like miscommunication and errors. And the second I put it in the back left corner of my house, the next morning I got paid.
That's twisted, man.
I know. It's bizarre.
That's crazy.
I know. And then out of the woodwork, like old friends started calling me to hang out, or like friends that I had met that we had sort of lost ties. Like tonight I'm going out with a pal from an improv class, like out of the blue. So like stuff's happening in my life right now.
You're moving and shaking. This is crazy.
Yes.
Like so the crystals that I have, like even like the rose quartz that I have at home, they're pretty small. Like they're not very big.
That's okay.
But I feel like anytime I go to one of these like rock shops,
yeah,
that's what they're never that big.
I don't think it matters the size. I mean, this girl that
it might matter a little bit.
Well, the girl who does my Reiki, who I consider to be all powerful.
Oh, I've told everybody about this, by the way. Yes. Everyone I know that is into that, I've told them about it.
I should also mention that she read my tarot cards a couple days ago, and it was nuts. It was crazy.
What happened?
Well, so a friend of mine, had read my tarot cards from Toronto. She's like, hey, do you mind if I do a reading? And I was like, yeah, sure. So over email, like she did them and then sent me what my tarot cards were. It was not great. It was like...
Wait, how can she do it just over email? That seems fishy.
I know, but she was just like thinking, she set the intention and then pulled the cards. And then I was like, oh, this is very accurate to my life. Like what she had pulled, I was like, oh my God, it was just like, you know, kind of like figuring out what's going on with you and like struggling with change and like all this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh man. And I will say in my Reiki reading and in this tarot card reading, and then when my Reiki girl did another tarot card, and last night I got my tarot cards read, a lot of the same cards are coming up. And like one of them's like pregnancy, but don't rush into it. It's happening. Whoa! I know. And I was like, no, I don't want any of that. But a lot of it's like that. It's crazy.
Whoa.
I know.
First of all, I can't believe how many times you've had your tarot cards read in like a week.
I know. It's kind of crazy, but I guess people are getting really into the tarots. So people were like, hey, can I do your reading? Brendan got his reading last night.
How'd his go?
His was like, oh, you used to like struggling with like, you know, like when you're in your 20s and you're like super confident and arrogant and you're always like, things are going to work out. Like, you know, when you're broke at 20, which is funny because we're going to talk about girl boss, but very much like things will just work out.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like get older and you're in your 30s and you kind of lose that like naivete.
I miss that.
Me too. I miss it too.
God, I miss that.
I know. Remember being 20? Like, I just remember like buying subs with dimes and being like, my life's awesome.
Yeah. Like, oh my God. When I would think of like, I would like walk home with like the like money that I made waitressing, and I always lost some money when I waitressed because I was such a terrible waitress.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I thought I was like living on top of the world. Like I thought I was doing everything right. Like
yeah.
I was so ambitious. I had all my dreams laid out in front of me, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know, let's stay at home and eat some Harvest Snaps.
It's so true, but it's like you turn 30 and you're just like, like I need a financial advisor, and like, do we have a family doctor, or like,
my God.
I need to floss more. Like you kind of lose that confidence. So his reading was about like sort of being okay and like not like sitting in the worry, and then mine was like my ultimate outcome last night was like a wilted dead rose, and I was like, oh my God, but it was just like worry and anxiety.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
But it's not like that's what's going to happen to your life. It's like, this is what's going on. You can change it.
It's in that exact moment, right? It's not like your entire future. It's like more so telling you like where you're at right now.
Yeah. So when my Reiki girl read my cards, it was like,
what is her name?
Sarah.
Reiki Sarah.
She's amazing. If you're in the LA area, let me know.
Next time I'm in LA, I am telling you I'm coming to do it.
You have to. She's amazing.
We'll do an Instagram story session of Reikiness.
I'm telling you, we've already talked about this, but like she's very in tune. And so when she read my cards, it was like, and then she was kind of getting visions, and there's other people getting readings done too, and she was very specific with what she saw.
I want to do it so bad.
It's so good.
Yeah, I think it's like worth me waiting to see her than some hack out in Vegas.
I know. Come see this girl. She's amazing. She's amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about Girl Boss.
Yes.
You and I both started watching it this week on Netflix.
Yes.
And we were both very excited to start watching it.
Yes, we were. And it kind of goes through our theme this week, which is like talking about all the women we love, like the badass babes that you need to check in with.
Yes.
So I was like
I
excited.
love a good badass babe. There's nothing better than finding like another chick that you're like, man, I want to be like that chick, or she's done something really cool, or she's paved the way for other women. I love that stuff. And I really thought, I felt that way about Sophia Amoruso for a while. When I read the book Girl Boss, it like fired me up.
Yeah.
I was all excited about it. I thought it was so cool. Like it really spoke to me.
Yeah, it was great. It was, I mean, I liked the idea of the book. I thought she didn't really get into like really the hard times of it, but I was like, but I like how she started and what she built. I was like, that's really impressive.
Yeah. Especially like from like the ground up of like starting it. For anyone that doesn't know, and I just found out we have a bunch of male listeners, so you might not know.
Hey.
Hey guys. Hey regular guys. She started this eBay vintage clothing shop.
Yes.
To try to make some money because she couldn't figure out what she wanted to do. Nothing was making her happy, but she knew she wanted to be in fashion and in clothing.
Yes.
So she started the eBay thing, which ended up turning into this bazillionaire nasty gal empire of like cool girl clothes.
Yes. And she's now like a millionaire.
Came of questionable quality over a matter of time.
Yes.
Anyway. But yeah, so they ended up turning her book into this Netflix show, produced by Charlize Theron.
Total Babe.
Total Babe. Oh my gosh.
Badass.
Yeah, and I just like, I really wanted to like the show. I was like in my hotel room. I had some wine. I was like, this is gonna be perfect. I'm gonna sit down and just watch this cool chick show. And it just like was a little too much for me.
It was the worst. I remember you texted me and you were like, it's on Netflix. And I was like, yes. You're like, the wine's ready. And I was like, I can't wait to just sit, eat my snacks, watch this show.
Yeah.
And I was like, I hate the lead. Not
Me
the girl
too.
herself, but the actress. I hate that character so much.
She's unlikable.
Oh.
She's like, it's too forced. Like, none
So
of it seems
forced.
real. And I feel like the thing with Sophia Amoruso is that when I read her book, she seems very authentic to me. Like, she seems like she knows what she likes, who she is. And this character is very, like, it's just too forced. It seems like Diablo Cody wrote it, who, like, wrote, like, it's just all the phrasing's really cool. Like, no one talks like that.
No,
Get real.
No one talks like that. And here's just, I mean, spoiler alert, I guess we're going to talk about this show. But it's like the first episode, she buys a jet. She gets fired, rightfully so.
Yeah, she's a dick.
She eats her boss's lunch, and then she's like, I'm allowed to eat this. Like, I hated her. And I was like, just leave. Like, get out of the store. And anyways, she, what is it? She buys that jacket for $9 and then yells at that dude, which I was like, why are you yelling at him?
She was really serving it up to everyone.
Couldn't believe it. Then she jumps in a dumpster to get a bagel. And I was like, what?
Relax.
And
then
then
like, she jumped in the dumpster and then she like went out with like the cool like drummer dude and like
yeah.
dragged his ass all around town. He was like, "What's happening right now?"
And then she steals a rug.
She seems like she is like bipolar. She's all over the place.
Yeah, like when she gets fired and she storms out like, I quit. And then she's on the phone with her friend and she's like, why am I such an asshole? And then cries. I'm like, you've done all of this to yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's like, then she steals a rug to then take it to the park and then fall asleep. And then
it's too whimsical. It's just like it's not charming. And I thought it was going to be charming.
Yeah.
And then I even followed them on like Twitter, and they were like not even charming on there, and it's at least written. But yeah, I just like I'm not into it. I only watched 4 episodes of it, and I stopped.
I had to stop it too, and I was like, obviously R.I.P. on this.
Obviously, R.I.P.
I hated it.
So with our theme of badass women,
yes,
I always really like Sophia Amoruso. Maybe this isn't a direct reflection of who she is.
Well,
but
some people said it is. Like the people on Twitter, because I was on Instagram story being like, this sucks, as I do all the time. And someone was like, she was a freegan, which I don't know what that is. I had to look that up. I had to look it up. It's like someone who just like takes things for free, like dumpster dives for food, like doesn't want to pay. Like she'll take. So I was like, she was. And I'm like, maybe I thought Sophia Amoruso was really cool, but maybe if I met her in real life, I'd be like, I don't like you and I don't know what's happening. I
could see that. I mean, I think like I like her on Instagram. Don't love her on Instagram stories, which I guess is a very telling thing.
It's telling. And also, here's my thing, and I'll just say it, and maybe this makes me lame. Does she ever work, or is she just on vacation? Can I have that job too, please?
What is that? How's she always just on vacation? I don't understand.
I don't trust people who are always on vacation. I'm like, I don't get it.
No,
I don't get it.
I certainly don't. I'm in a gross hotel in Sacramento, California right now. I'm not working right now, but I was yesterday, and I'm going to tomorrow. And it's not a dream vacation.
No, listen, did I just have a show with all my kids yesterday, and a girl looked at me and said, I am human, I'm allowed to feel frustrated? Yes, that happened to me. That's work.
These damn children.
Yeah, but no, but it's like, I don't get when she's like, oh, so Nasty Gal goes bankrupt, which I don't even think they touch base on in the show, and nor will I find out, because I absolutely will not watch it.
No, I'm not going to watch it. And also, like, I feel like in the episode, I don't know how many episodes there are, but I feel like there's no way. I mean, it's at the very beginning where I was at. She had only just come up with the name for Nasty Gal. So I doubt that the show covers the downside of what happened with Nasty Gal. Maybe that's like a part tour of the show of when it really like
weird. Can I just ask, does she have a hernia? Does that get solved? Because I stopped watching it after episode 2, and she's like,
the hernia ends up getting solved. At least like in the book, it was like a thing. I don't think she's currently living with a hernia. I hope
it was a hernia, right?
Yeah.
Trying to get peanut butter. Okay, I have to say that the turnoff point for me was just like RuPaul being in there. And I love RuPaul, but I was like, I don't believe that this is a real thing. And also, if you're out there and you make television, stop giving everyone cool apartments. Can we just stop with that? Like, I love Seinfeld. I think it's one of the best shows ever. His apartment sucked because he lived in New York.
It was a legit apartment. But if you look at Friends, get real.
But also,
that would have been like I couldn't even imagine what the rent would have been on something like that. At least $10,000 a month.
Yeah, like just start giving people real apartments.
Let's be realistic about what we're working with here.
She's super thin, cool girl, like cool San Francisco apartment, screaming out the window, and everyone can like eat her butt. Like, I just hated it.
That's what I hated. I hate when shows try to make their like verbiage too cool. Oh. And it's like these like phrases and like trying so hard to be like super vulgar. It's like, all right, we get it.
We get it. Like,
it's one thing if you have it here and there and then it's like impactful. Otherwise, it's like, what is this crap that's like spewing out of your mouth?
Her sitting on the toilet, painting her nails, and eating peanut butter out of the jar. I was like, give me a break. Give me a break here. I hate this so much.
Yeah.
And like Charlize Theron, who we just said we love, and I do, her in Mad Max is like unreal.
Oh my God, how cool.
When she beats up Tom Hardy.
She's so cool in that movie. She's got like that. How many women aside from her and Natalie Portman just make a shaved head? Make you consider. What if I had a shaved head?
I know.
What would happen if my head was shaved? Would I be that cool? I definitely thought about it.
I mean, I didn't because I think I always kind of knew my lane, but
I clearly do not know my lane. I'm like, I'm gonna have bangs.
No,
I'm gonna have 70s hair, and everyone can just
But you're like a rocker. Like, I feel like I found my spirit animal recently, and this will come up. We're going to talk about it.
Is it the wolf that's currently on your hoodie?
Yes, and also on the sleeves, and also on the back.
Man. Where did you even get that?
Sarnia in Ontario.
Ontario?
At a giant tiger.
Anyone who doesn't know what a giant tiger is, that's on you.
That's on
giant
you.
Giant tiger's the best.
GT Boutique, babies. Yeah, so what was I going to say? Oh, I think I found my spirit animal. Shall we just jump into our list? Like, shall we do this?
Yes, let's do our list. Let's list it out. We're going to do a list of, I guess, like, for like when I put together my list, it's like the women that have been like the most influential to me and women that I just think are really cool.
Yes, and there will be many. I'm sure this will be the episode 1 of many of our. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to start?
No, you start.
Okay. Well, I will say, like, I'll get into like the big influencers in my life, but I thought I would update. I think I have found my spirit animal. I think she's the CEO of Bando, that Shop Bando place.
Okay.
So I started following her on Instagram story, and all she does is exclusively wear overalls with mock turtlenecks underneath. And I love it. In love. And
what's her name?
Jen Goach.
Oh, I know who she is. I didn't know that that's what she does. I follow her on Instagram. I don't even know why I follow her, but I didn't know what she did. That's what she does.
She's divine. And like her life is just kind of always falling apart a little bit.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, her hair is always like wackadoo. I'm in. I love everything about her. She Instagram storied her getting her medical marijuana card. And it was so funny.
Awesome.
It was through an online Skype doctor. I was living. What? Yeah. That's how she got the card.
Fantastic.
I know.
That's California.
I know. She was like
and
super.
She's California, right?
Yeah. She lives in LA and like she's super like, I don't know. She puts it all out there and she's just like so crazy. And I'm like, I'm in love with this woman.
That's what I like though. I like when you can find people that aren't trying to put always like their best foot forward. And I mean, that's kind of the essence of what Instagram is, of like, look how cool I am. Look how pretty I am. Check out this filter. Like, I like the bullshit. I love the bullshit of the internet because it's more interesting to me.
Yes.
Anyone can Photoshop themselves to look a certain way. It's stupid. Who cares?
But it's
or like look at how nice my life is and like find the good lighting. I don't have time to find good lighting.
But then it's like
other shit to do.
Totally. But then it's like, if you have a good photo, post it. But then it's also like, it's so nice to see people just being like, oh, I don't know. Like, I love that.
Me too. I love that so much more.
And she's good friends with Kelly Oxford and Busy Phillips. And Busy Phillips and I have the same phone case. Same with Kelly Oxford. Not a big deal.
Don't think I didn't see that Instagram post where they all had the same photo. And I actually meant to screen cap it and text it to you.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was a thrill. But I think she just went through a divorce. Like, I'm a recent follow to her, but she, like, talks about it openly. And I'm like, this is, like, it's kind of cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like, Kelly Oxford kind of talked about her. She didn't really address it, but she just said, we're getting a divorce and just put it out there.
Yeah.
But I think it kind of took her a while to actually get that out there. Somebody else did that too about their divorce. Maybe it was actually Sophia Amoruso. She talked about hers a little bit.
She got divorced quick.
Very quick, yeah.
I mean, no shame. It happens. But it was like,
hey,
I remember.
Totally. People make mistakes.
But I remember her wedding prep on Instagram was like massive and huge. And I'm getting married to the best guy. And then it was like 3 months later, they were divorced. It's crazy.
I don't think I followed her getting married.
Oh, yeah, it was a thing.
Okay, so mine is like kind of a no-brainer. Obviously, I love Chelsea Handler. I'm just going to put that one out there. And she's another person online that just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, no, boobs out. Who cares? On a horse. That was like,
I love it.
She's the best.
What I love, so she's always kind of been like the person that I've been like, man, if I could have someone's job or be like somebody, it would be her. She is always like, that's always been like my main thing.
Oh, yeah.
But what I love about her is that she continues to get cooler.
Yeah.
You know, like she just like, she gets a Netflix show, turns it into something else. She got tired of talking about like just fluff. She developed this other new show. And like, I mean, the show can be a little bit hit and miss sometimes with me.
Sure,
but
me too.
That's okay.
Me too.
You know, that's going to happen. But I love everything that she just like, she lets it all hang out there. She totally supports all of her girlfriends.
Oh, yeah.
She's like a total like legit chick supporter. Sometimes I think there's like a lot of bullshit where people claim to be supporters, but they actually aren't.
Oh, yeah. There's so much
and
jealousy.
I find that so despicable. Like, I think that's so bullshit.
It is.
And I like how like outspoken she is about stuff and like that she's honest about things. I mean, whether it's talking about politics or just like bullshit celebrity stuff to her own life.
And I also think she owns, like, she was dating 50 Cent. She was like, yeah, I was with him. And then she dated the head of E! And she was like, yeah, like, what do you want from me? Like, I think she's kind of like owned herself. And also I think she's realized like what she does is pretty unique as far as like this current system of like Hollywood. Like no one else is really doing what Chelsea Handler is doing. And I think she kind of knows, again, like myself, her lane. And but she's like, she's not threatened, or if she is, we don't know about it. But it just doesn't seem like she's threatened, and she just kind of wants people to just do their best.
There's nothing cooler than seeing somebody that's just like comfortable in their own skin. They're like, yeah, I'm like you said, she knows her lane and she stays in her lane and she does her thing.
Yeah.
And she's great at it.
And she doesn't care. And I feel like if you work for her, like, I think she takes care of you. I think
it seems like, I mean, I've read all of her books, and one of her books is like actually written by her friends about like stories about her. Like, she's a ridiculous like a-hole, but she also is like very good to people. And one thing that like, so this struck me the other week, I had to do phone calls about my marriage, which is weird. But anyways, during that, and you don't realize how rude of a question it is, but somebody was like, oh, when are you going to plan on having kids? And I was like, I don't know, like, I wasn't sure how to answer it, because we live in such a judgmental world of,
It's
like,
no one's business.
it's no one's business, but, like, I get that it's like I think it's just like a society makes you, like, ask these random questions of, like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? And, like, I think we're in, like, such a world now where nobody, like, conforms to having to do all these things. I'm not saying that I'm not going to do that. I would like to have children at some point, but I have no idea when. Then once you hit, like, 30 something, people start really asking about it. But the thing about Chelsea Handler that I think is great is she's always just, like, owned it. She's like, I'm not having kids. Everyone deal with it. Like, she just, like,
move on.
Outright, like, handles that. And yeah, when I was asked it, I just mumbled around a bunch of words and, like, spat it out. I was like, oh, anyways, next. Like, it was just such a weird thing.
I don't know how you would even handle that. Like, I have no interest in anyone. Like, my brain would melt. I'd be like, don't ask me that. Like,
Like, first,
what?
and normally, like, I feel like I'm pretty good at, like, self-editing or, like, trying to
we all
deal
have
with the
to.
situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was one that I really wasn't sure how to handle, and I was like, can somebody help me?
And then Chelsea Handler comes in.
Please, yes, everyone get off my dick.
Yeah, that's too much. But
It was weird.
The thing too about Chelsea Handler I really like is, like, she's not afraid to, like, ask questions or say, like, I don't really know a lot about this. And I really appreciate that, because that's super scary sometimes. And I have to say, like, one of my best friends, Audrey, is, like, the smartest woman I know. And she was always, like, would explain, like, Parliament to me, which in Canada is kind of complex.
Yes.
It's not, like, it's super easy, but, like, being in your 20s and being like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this or this political thing or what's going on with the environment here. And it's like, she just kind of will say, I don't know, so I'll ask for everybody, which is kind of nice.
Which is great, because I feel like I am so full of shit sometimes that I pretend I know the answer to all sorts of things.
Me too.
And what's even crazier is that people have believed me.
Yeah.
So then I'll sometimes end up in situations where I'm just like I've painted myself into a corner several times by not letting somebody know that I didn't know what was going on. I have, like, a very confident, I know what's happening here. Like, everyone buys into it, and it's really gotten me in some hot water a few times.
Oh, for me, a few times, I mean, like, at least once a week. Like,
it's horrible. I mean, even from, like, embarrassing things of, like, not knowing who, like, a cool band is. And you're like, yeah, cool, I know who they are. And, like, I obviously don't. Like, and that's very embarrassing if someone's like, do you know who this is? And you're like, no.
No, that literally happened to me yesterday at the show for my kids, and I got a suggestion for a scene they could do, and someone said, a location. I was like, what's a location? And someone yelled something out, and I was like, a Tartus. She sure. And then the kids were like, what? And I was like, you know what that is. We all do. And then one kid was like, for those of us who don't understand, what is that? And, like, asked the question.
Oh my God.
And he was like 7. And then the answer was like a mythical land from Doctor Who.
How old are these children? Why are they watching Doctor Who?
A parent gave them that suggestion.
That parent needs to go.
I know. But I was just like, I just took it. I was too scared to be like,
what an asshole parent.
I know. I was like, where is this from? Maybe it's in the Netherlands.
They set you up. I feel like that was a plant to sabotage you.
Sabotage their own kid. But anyways, it was like, I learned a lot from the kid, because he was like, I don't know what that is. And we all got the answer, and we all learned that dad was a nerd. But
what a nerd dad. Doctor Who. Get out of here. Go crunch some numbers, you dweeb.
He's like a multimillionaire, and I'm like, are you hiring?
Can I be your assistant? Put me in, please.
So I would like to bring in a lady that I love so much, and that is Julia Louis-Dreyfus. You guys.
Yes.
Elaine Bennis, now also in Veep. She is a woman that has gotten hotter as she's gotten older, and, like, just
what a gift.
Aging in a way, and I dare I say I put her in the pool of Michelle Pfeiffer as well.
Wow.
Age-wise.
Michelle Pfeiffer's on my list, FYI.
Well, but I'm like, Michelle Pfeiffer have you seen, I think we talked about this last week, her spread in Vanity Fair.
She is like, I know people throw around the term, like, unicorn all the time. She's like an actual datey unicorn. She's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But, like, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I will say, is so funny, So amazing. I remember watching Seinfeld as a girl being like, oh, like that's me. Can I also have those wide-legged, like loose pants? Or like business suits. And like I used to wear my hair like Elaine, like with the poof in the front.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about that hairstyle.
Yeah, I loved it.
What a look.
But now her hair's like so long. But anyway, she's so smart and funny and like, how do you not love her?
I think also like at the time too, it's like how I feel like, most people I imagine that are listening to this podcast definitely have like watched Seinfeld or grew up watching Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And to be like a girl watching Seinfeld and really seeing a woman owning that role.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a bullshit girl role. Like
No.
it was a badass role where she got to be funny, she got to be stupid, like she got to do kind of everything. She got to be really smart, like she got to do all of it.
Yeah, I like when she rips that toupee off George's head and screams "You're bald" and then throws it out the window. I was like, I am her. She's awesome, and Veep is unreal. If you guys do not watch it, you are missing out. I
actually have not watched Veep.
What?
I haven't watched it. No,
Renee.
I know. I need to get on that.
She's so good. It's unbelievable. She's so badass. She runs the show. It's unbelievable how good. I'm not surprised she's won an Emmy like every year because she deserves one. It's fantastic.
It's so cool when you think of like all of the chicks that have been able to do that, like especially comedians that have like come in and just taken over that spot, like of being like the producer, of being the star of the show, because really that's what it comes down to. It's like you have to be able to make your own content to get anywhere now, and to know that all of these women have been able to like successfully do that. I mean, you look at somebody like Tina Fey, who obviously has been able to go out and just like kill that, and even like the babe of Michelle Pfeiffer, not that she did that, she's just like a babe that aged well, and she's just like continually spins it out. She's the best. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman will always be one of my favorite roles of all time.
She's so good in that. And like, I just imagine like, what did she eat to fit into that suit?
She's so teeny in it, but she still has like that big hair, like that. I feel like the fashion in that show, like even when she's like
her huge glasses.
Oh my God, I love it.
Get out of here!
I love it so much.
I have
big hair.
I have the photo of her.
A little bit of blood, the like smashing the hello. Ugh.
I have a photo of her as Catwoman on my phone. It was my background for a little bit because I'm a weirdo.
It is just one of my favorite roles of all time. She made it so cool, and nobody, even like, I mean, I was really hating on Anne Hathaway becoming Catwoman, but she did do a great job, and she was fantastic in it. But also, no one will ever be Michelle Pfeiffer.
No.
Never.
No, never. And I mean, I've gotten really into Grease too. Guys, have a listen to that whole movie. I think it's like someone told me she denies she's ever done that movie. Like she had it removed off her IMDb.
That's awesome.
I'm sure that's not true, but it kind of is badass if it is true.
I hope that it is true. I prefer to think that it's actually true.
Because Grease 2 is truly one of the worst movies ever made, but I know all the songs and I sing them to Brendan and they don't make any sense when I actually now like say the lyrics out loud. I'm like, oh, this does not make any sense. This is actually
daisy. I actually did that yesterday. I was driving from wherever I was, San Jose to Sacramento, and A Moment Like This from Kelly Clarkson came on. You couldn't believe I sang the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But what a nerd song.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's not cool.
Oh, no, it's not cool. That, you know what? That should be another topic, what we talk about, like our favorite songs and like kind of break down the lyrics. Because I feel like our hearts would be a little broken.
Oh, definitely, because like it's just like so ingrained in you. Like I know the lyrics to just about everything. Like I feel like I sing every song that ever comes on the radio. Yes. But I'm not actually mindful of what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm just like doing the sounds.
I never know the lyrics, and Brendan's a real like he understands the words that he's singing to, rightfully so. We should use our brains, not me. But I started singing Grease too, just to have a laugh. You guys, if you're listening, I know we have people listening, so listen to me when I say this. YouTube Cool Rider, which is just Michelle Pfeiffer saying she can't date Michael because she wants to date a cool rider. And she just spells out how to say cool rider.
What does that even mean, a cool rider?
She's like, she wants like a motorcycle man.
Oh, okay. But well, hey, get dangerous, Michelle.
But the bridge of that song is her going, I need a COOL and RIDER. It's the word. Yeah. But she looks hot. She looks hot doing it. High-waisted black pants.
Of course she does.
Leather jacket. Anyways,
That's also a look that will always go down in history as straight up babe alert. I love it.
And she flips her pink lady jacket inside out, and the inside is leather. Now, thinking about it as a kid, that's a very hot jacket. The inside of your jacket is leather.
I'm gonna look that up. I wonder if you can buy stuff like that. I often do that when I will get inspired by something. I'm like, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna buy it right now, which is like such a bad impulsive thing to do.
Yeah, but at least you have good taste in what you're doing. Unlike me, who's like, I think I need a squatty potty.
Is a squatty potty.
It's like this thing you like, because my thing where I'm like, I need to get this thing is always like some weird holistic thing that I'm like, this will cure us all. But a squatty potty is something where you put your feet, like it's like a little stool for your feet when you go to the bathroom. It's supposed to help you go to the bathroom better.
Oh, because you're at a better angle?
Yeah.
Oh.
But this is such a deterrent from what we're talking about, but the commercials are like, they're essentially saying
there's commercials for the squatty potty?
Yeah, and essentially they're saying, but not saying this, but they are essentially saying, I poo so much more now. But they say it like, oh my
God, finally it's all out because of this stool. My feet are slightly elevated.
Yeah, and so much is coming out. It's crazy. Anyways, we love Michelle Pfeiffer.
That's so gross. I love it.
A girl I have on the list, which is I think an obvious, but Carol Burnett I love.
Oh, she's on my list too.
She's so good.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
Amazing. And also, like, I loved her in Annie. Remember when she was Miss Hannigan?
She's just so, like, she is magic. I feel like all the women on our lists are magical.
They are.
But like, she's just so great. I got to see her one time at Massey Hall in Toronto, and she did, like, she came out. It was mostly a Q&A, but she just, like, is so with it. And was so ahead of the time. Like, she's just so damn cool.
She was kind of like, she was like a renegade. If you really think about it, like, she was the lead of her own show. And, like, I mean, in the same...
And she was writing all that stuff, too, right?
Yeah. And it's also, like a lot... I didn't know this about Lucille Ball, who's obviously on my list, too. But Lucille Ball was, like, had a production company. Like, she was, like... She was a business lady. Oh, yeah. Like, she ran the show. And
that's so fascinating. It's especially like, I mean, I feel like everyone now, like, we're like so like women getting stuff done nowadays, but like when you think of like that time of doing, can you imagine the hoops they had to jump through to like,
I can't imagine,
to get respect, to get people to listen to them, to get people to even like back them up financially to get stuff happening. Like, it's crazy.
Absolutely. And they still had to look amazing, and they had to be like, but I also love current day Carol Burnett, because when I become her age, I would also like to wear jazzy pantsuits and like huge like costume jewelry and like big earrings and like bright red hair.
You better believe it. Like, there's going to be so many matching coordinated outfits. Like,
I'm not messing around.
They come together. It is a package duo. There's no mixing and matching.
Absolutely
These go
not.
together.
I want to smell like rich scotch, and I want to just be going to Florida all the time.
I don't even care what part of Florida. I'm just going to Florida.
I'm going to Florida. I will yell at Brendan. We will be in first class. I will be. Yeah, but it's just like, she's just so amazing. I love her. And all the stories, like, I don't know. It's just like, she was so amazing and kind of like, created the path for us, really.
Yeah, absolutely she did.
And it makes me sad when young people don't know who she is.
Yeah, but I think like, I guess it depends. Like, I feel like I do feel like I was like very lucky that like my dad was like so into comedy and stuff. So that stuff was like really like in my lap. Like, I grew up being able to see that stuff. So I'm always like thankful that I was able to like see women like Carol Burnett or, any of Gilda Radner, like seeing these women that were like just shaping the future for so many other women. But for people that don't know Carol Burnett, definitely, I always see, there's like the late night infomercials to buy the DVD sets.
Yes.
And I always go to buy it. And I'm like, do I need to, I can probably just download it off of a thing.
But those, I love those late night infomercials, like the Johnny Carson one and the Dean Martin roast, and like, Yeah, the Carol Burnett show when they like, there's so many clips on YouTube of them like breaking and laughing, and they're so funny.
Those are my favorite things. I mean, when you think of that dentist scene, like that is like one of the best things ever of somebody. Yeah. I love seeing people do bloopers on anything are my favorite.
Oh, I love a blooper. And sometimes if I'm bored or sad, I'll just look up some bloopers, and they are quite the treat, let me tell you.
Do you know what I definitely suggest if you're bored and or upset?
Yes.
Is just YouTube Ricky Gervais laughing.
Oh, contagious. That is so contagious. It's
unbelievable. It will always put me in a good mood. Like, it's so funny.
I mean, right now, my current laugh is the cast photo for the new season of The Great British Bake Off, because the guy from A Mighty Boosh is in it, and he looks like he's been superimposed. It looks like a parody shot. It's like 3 old people and this, like, maniac-looking guy with, like, black hair, and, like, he looks like... I've been laughing at it to the point where I can't breathe for like weeks on end.
I don't know what this is. I have to look this up.
I'm going to send you the photo while we're talking.
Please do.
Who's the next lady on your list?
Okay, so the next woman on my list is Goldie Hawn.
Oh my God. Yep.
I just adore Goldie Hawn, I think.
Yep.
And she's somebody that like... She's someone that is like different from the women that we've been talking about, because she really played into being this like bimbo, babe, funny, quirky, like, but she turned that into an entire career. And like, I do believe she's like a very smart, amazing woman, but she was so good at playing into like this role. And like, even when she first got into TV as like a go-go dancer, and like,
wasn't she
like
on Laugh-In?
Yeah, on Laugh-In.
Yeah.
And then, you know, getting kind of like moved up to the front. They wanted to like build some show stuff around her. But the other night, John and I, we were watching a bunch of movies, and I played the trailer for Overboard for him.
I love Overboard.
We decided that him and I really, really want to do the remake of that.
Oh my God, that movie's so good. Like,
I want to do that. Like, I feel like I don't know how you even do that, but I really, really, really want to do the remake of Overboard.
I mean, you guys could just do it.
Yeah, right? We just like film it on our phones. Like, anyways, special exclusive release. Download it here.
Yeah, I'll rent that on iTunes. I'll give that a $4.99.
Will support it, I'm sure. But Goldie Hawn is so cool, and like obviously I'm obsessed with Kate Hudson. I've talked about that a bunch, but there's no Kate Hudson without Goldie Hawn. And
no, Goldie Hawn's it. And what I love about Goldie Hawn too is like she did all those movies, she did all this stuff, and then she was like, I'm going to go figure out who else I am besides this, and like really took some time off. And it's like, obviously she could financially do that, but she worked really hard. But it's like, I love that.
I also love, I mean, I don't know them personally, obviously, but it seems like the relationship between her and Kurt Russell is fantastic. They've been together for so long. They seem like they really love each other. I think I talked about this before somehow, but Kate Hudson was on Chelsea Handler's show, and Chelsea was asking about her parents. She's like, yeah, I always get asked in interviews, like, when are they going to get married? How are they going to get married? She's like, they obviously, I mean, everybody fights. People in relationships, they fight. They go through some ups and downs, whatever, but like, I think it's so cool that they've been I mean, for them to be like a Hollywood couple and have been together as long as they have, and they just like seem like they do stuff together. Like, they seem so great.
Oh, and I mean, I'm sure like going to their house is like insane, and they're like obviously very eccentric, but it's like,
I love that though.
They were just
I can't wait to become more and more eccentric. You start with the bangs and you build up.
Listen, I'm dipping my toe in some wolf gear. It's only going to go from here.
Yes. And it's a good place to start. And even like I've seen on like Kate Hudson's Instagram stories, because she's with her mom a lot. Yeah. Her mom always seems great. I also really admire that she's always kind of done up. She's like that like classic like rich California woman. She's always in like fancy Ugg boots and like really expensive sweatpants, and just like whatever. Clearly has just had like a blowout. Her hair's done.
She always has a blowout. It's
always so true. Has a blowout. Like, I feel like she seems like she probably smells very good.
Oh, I bet. And I love her in The First Wives Club with one of my idols of all time, which is Diane Keaton.
You don't own me.
And Bette Midler. I
always think of that song.
Oh yeah, and when they're all in the white, like, I mean, that's the trifecta of greatness there. Bette Midler, Diane Keaton, and Goldie Hawn being badass, being like, screw all these men. If you are listening to this and you're like, what's The First Wives Club?
Oh my God, rent it.
Go now.
Rent it. Shut us off.
Go.
Give us our extra 10 minutes, then shut us off.
Yes.
And go watch that movie.
I will tell you.
I can't believe I didn't put Diane Keaton on my list. Of course, Diane Keaton. Is she on your list?
Yes, of course, Diane Keaton. Yes, of course.
I kind of I didn't half-ass, but I was just like kind of like this morning thinking on my list.
There's too many. There's too many amazing women. We're gonna miss
There's so many.
Like, Diane Keaton, Annie Hall's amazing. I also there's a clip currently of Diane Keaton on Ellen, and she loves red wine with ice. And
I like that too.
Yeah, it's nice. And I think we've talked about this on the podcast, but Diane Keaton says her favorite type of ice is liquor store ice because she likes to crunch it. And Ellen goes, well, that means you're sexually frustrated. And she goes, oh, well, I am. Like, she's a full kook, and I love it.
She's fantastic.
I feel like she's running down the street and just everything's falling out of her purse now. Like, I love that about her. I love it.
I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but obviously even just like her fashion from Annie Hall to... I love that she is not like conforming to having to look a certain way or do a certain thing. Like she just like...
Couldn't give a shit.
She dresses cool. She doesn't give a shit. But like she's still always like so together and so sharp and like she's the best.
And she like adopted her kids without a guy. Like that's amazing. She was a single mom. I'm like, good for you. Hell yeah.
She wanted to be a mom. Make it happen.
Make it happen. And also like I don't know her.
How many kids does she have?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe like 2 or something. But yeah, I kind of like her. Like now she's just kind of, she doesn't care. And I love that. And even in Annie Hall and like I loved Baby Boom when she was in Baby Boom.
I haven't seen Baby Boom.
Oh, Baby Boom's like she creates like a business, like a baby food business, and she becomes like a mogul. It's kind of cool. And she has to go to a small town and she's like all dressed up in like ladies' suits as Keaton does. But it's good. But
I love her so much in the movie The Family Stone. The Family Stone, she's just like, oh man, that movie makes me cry every single time I watch it. That's like my go-to Christmas movie.
That's a
and
tough
it makes
one.
me cry every time.
Have you seen Other People with Molly Shannon?
Yes.
She deserved an Oscar for that. Molly Shannon's on my list too.
Molly Shannon, man. What is she doing now?
She did Other People, so she's doing like independent. She's on A Divorce on HBO. With Sarah Jessica Parker. But so she won like an Independent Spirit Award for like her work in the movie Other People, which is phenomenal. And when she won, it was like so beautiful. And she goes, and I feel like a superstar, like from the movie, which you think would be lame, but it was actually so like lovely and wonderful. I shed a tear. I was like, I'm in. It must be the crystals.
I love when I watch someone like, when you can like actually watch someone do something like that and be like genuinely so happy for them that you're like crying for them. I'm such a nerd like that. I do that all the time.
Oh, me too. But I remember winning a Canadian Comedy Award, and it's not filmed. It's not on TV. And I didn't think I would win. And when I won, I just forgot to kiss Brendan and like do all the things. And I just ran out and I was like, oh my God. And I was like, this goes out to my nanny who's amazing. And I'm like, oh, she's never going to see this. But I was just like, oh my God, it's happening. Like I was just like, well, if the Oscar doesn't happen.
You're like waiting for your music to kick in to shut you down. Yeah. Okay, all right, I'm out of here. Fine, the music's playing. I guess I'll leave now.
But it's just like I just love like when someone like just wins so with so much like euphoria. That's why I stopped liking Anne Hathaway because she was really annoying when she was winning all those awards. Remember that?
She seems like a dick.
I know she does kind of.
Remember when she had to host? Was it the Oscars? When did she host with James Franco? It wasn't Oscars, was it?
Yeah, it was the Oscars. Her and
What
James Franco.
What a shitstorm that was.
Oh yeah.
He was all baked.
Oh, I can't.
It was so bad.
I can't. But she's a really good singer. Les Mis, she was good in that.
I love all the movies she does. Rachel Getting Married, I think that movie's fantastic. I love that movie.
I haven't seen that movie. I need to see that movie because everyone talks
like
about
that movie. Yeah, it's very good.
Okay, so who else is on your list?
Here's a big one.
Okay.
Dolly Parton.
Good call. That's an amazing.
Yes. Dolly Parton. She was such like an innovator in country music, and she's one of those people. I feel like all these women have like, I feel like pretty much all the women we've talked about have like they've maintained who they are.
Oh yeah,
like especially when you see someone like Dolly Parton who's been in country music for so long, and she's almost like a Goldie Hawn, where she just like she played into it, but she's obviously a genius.
Oh yeah,
she's got her own amusement park. Like get real.
Yeah, and she's an amazing.
I've never been to Dollywood, but I would kill to go to Dollywood.
I would love. And she wrote like "I Will Always Love You," which I mean, her version is heartbreaking.
It's unreal. I mean, when you think of like the song Jolene, I would always love Jolene.
Jolene's
like,
so good.
Even when like as like an actress, like
Steel Magnolias.
So she just has like such like an amazing energy about her, and it seems like
Oh, yeah.
I actually saw her one time when I was working at the Molson Amphitheater in Toronto, and yeah, she was just like, "Hey, sweetheart!" Like she was just so like she's like an actual ray of sunshine. She's fantastic and just bedazzled always.
Well, yeah, but it's also like she was beautiful and stunning. She liked to look good, or she does look good. She loves her husband, and but also she's super self-deprecating, and she's like, "Yeah, I get it," and it's like she's in on it. But yeah, I think behind the scenes, you're right. Like she is a complete and utter like mastermind genius. Businesswoman, and again, Steel Magnolias is one of my favorite movies, and she's so phenomenal in that. So good.
God, Steel Magnolias.
Sally Field, Olympia Dukakis, like these are names you guys need to know if you don't.
Yeah,
they're amazing. Julie,
that movie. So, that's one of those movies that if I'm ever like at home, like I'm just gonna like stay in bed and watch a movie. Steel Magnolias.
You'll cry.
Steel Magnolias or Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Rosie O'Donnell.
I love Sleepless in Seattle. But yeah, Dolly Parton just seems like, even though she, again, I don't know her personally, but it seems like she's like this like business genius. Yeah. But also seems like she's a genuinely really nice person.
Oh, yeah. And what's that quote? It takes a lot of money to look this cheap?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Absolutely. Yes, please.
I love it. And like, cause I feel like sometimes like I'm such like a slob sometimes. Like I'm just kind of like this like haphazard, whatever. Like I'm in like t-shirt and sweatpants right now. I'm like fuzzy warm socks. Like I have the flu, which I don't. But I appreciate so much. Like sometimes I wish I was more of a woman like that.
Me
that
too.
Like really put an effort into the way that I look all the time, because I certainly don't. I do.
Me neither.
Merely just when I'm on television, and even then it's questionable.
Well, I think it's because it's like, I'm the same. I remember a girlfriend told me, and she didn't mean this to be insulting, because it is true what she said. She's like, you either look like $1 million or you look like a piece of shit. she's like, Stacey, there is no like jeans and t-shirt day for you. Like you're either like in 4 pairs of Spanx or there's mustard everywhere. And I was like, I know. I wish I like, could like put on a cute little thing every day and go run my errands.
I've been trying to make more of an effort of that. And I mean that in like the last couple weeks, probably just because I'm married now, that I'm like, hey, I still got it.
Oh my God. Renee, get out.
But like, honestly, when I'm home, and now I'm dealing with this bang situation, which I'm not even sure how that's going to unravel in the next couple weeks.
And you can't play with those bangs.
When I'm home, like, I'm always just in like workout clothes, or I'm in like just like house loungewear. So I'm like, I want to buy like nice robes and like,
okay.
I like, even like when we like John and I will pop out to go have dinner or whatever, and we just always go to like the same place. But I like the idea. Like now, I feel like I want to like get up, get my workout done, shower, and make myself look presentable for the day. That's not how I work. I usually like wait all day. I'm like, I'll work out at like 6 o'clock, and then I'm like, all right, now I'm just gonna shower and go back to wearing more comfy clothes.
Totally. We should do that. We'll do the regular girls challenge, and we'll do like a week of like making an effort every day. And
I feel good when I do it.
Sure.
I'm happy when I do it.
You feel good about yourself. Yeah.
Even if it's just like a 10-minute make, like I am not like a wait and put on like a bunch of makeup person. But even if you just put on like a little concealer, a little blush, and some mascara, you're like, what a difference.
Oh, throw on a fun pink lip and try not to have a good day. Impossible.
It is
You
impossible.
will have one. You will have a good day.
Your day will definitely be better.
Yes. Oh, I went out last week and had like my pink lipstick on, maybe a little cat eye. Did I have a glass of rosé and felt like a member of Sex and the City? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I feel like more accomplished in the day, and like this is. I feel like there's times that like I'll run out. Like say I even just go to the grocery store and I'm just like, I like a bum. I just came from like yoga or something, and like no one's really ever paying attention, or like people will just like shove me out of the way. But then I feel like if I like look kind of nice, I feel like people acknowledge it.
Oh, sure. I mean, people stop thinking I'm stealing everything at the Whole Foods.
Oh my God.
Because they do.
Isn't that the worst?
They always think I'm stealing at the Whole Foods. That's why I don't go there
the other
anymore.
day when I was at the outlet mall and the alarms went off and I was like, I swear that's not me. I always feel guilty like I've just stolen something.
Because have you ever like, people go to the mall and you're like killing time. You're like, I have nothing to do today. I'm just going to wander around. I'm not necessarily looking for anything.
Yeah.
I throw on some music or a podcast and I wander around and I'm like, what is it about me that makes everyone go, this bag lady is trying to steal?
I always feel like I always shove my hand into my purse as I'm leaving a place, but I make sure I pull out my phone to let people know, like, I'm just getting my phone.
Me too.
I'm not stashing things away in my purse.
I'm the same.
I just socially don't know how to exit this scene.
And you know what? And it does relate to one of my, because I know we're coming to the end, but this does actually relate to one of my girls on the list, which is Winona Ryder. And I'm like, because she got caught shoplifting, and I'm just like, I'm not a Winona. I'm cool. Like, I'm just, I look kind of Amish. It's a top knot. It's a thing I'm trying. I'm okay.
Like, trying it out, everyone. Quit with your judgment.
Yeah.
I was actually really happy at the pay-per-view, at the Payback pay-per-view. I wore that Beetlejuice suit.
Oh, loved.
And somebody tweeted me, they're like, it looks like Beetlejuice and Lydia got together at the end of Beetlejuice and you're their child. And it was the nicest compliment I've ever received.
She's so awesome, but I'm like, one of my backdrops for my computer was her reaction at the Oscars. Was it the Oscars? Yes,
it was.
Was
Not the Oscars.
Was
Emmys?
it? The Emmys, maybe. Yeah, the
Oscars,
Emmys. Yeah. And she's just like, huh? What? It's like, what's going on with you, Winona?
How about her in Mermaids?
Oh, Mermaids is amazing.
What a great movie Mermaids
Let me tell you, Cher is also on my list. I know we're coming to the end. We'll have to do another episode. Cher is on my list. A little story about me. I did not like to do any schoolwork, and so I would try and do lip syncs in lieu of essays. And so I had to do a speech, and I just lip sync to a bunch of Cher songs with a black wig.
That was it. What was your speech supposed to be about?
Like anyone, and I was like, this is dedicated to Cher. This speech is about Cher. And then I brought my own boombox and I pressed play.
What a bold move. You really mailed it in, but like I'm sure you did a great performance, but like
I did. The wig was long. I still had to write this thing, but Mermaids is such a good movie. Moonstruck is also amazing.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, how great.
Yeah, we're just giving this is like a classic, like Turner Classic Movie episode.
Honestly,
really.
Actually this week from the pin, did you end up buying that pin, the Death Becomes Her
No,
pin?
I haven't bought it yet, but I will be buying it.
You have to buy it. Because I put on the trailer for that movie the other day because John's not seen it. We didn't end up watching it. That's when we also watched the Overboard one. I was like, we just need to watch some Goldie Hawn. But then we ended up doing Kate Hudson instead and did Fool's Gold, which is not a very good movie.
No, it's not. But it was her and Matthew McConaughey trying to recreate How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Exactly. It wasn't there, but I watched it. That's okay.
I find her likable.
I think she's totally likable. I love Kate Hudson. I love her in just about everything. That movie itself just was whatever.
It was bad.
I have my one last person that's currently on my list. I feel like I missed one, but Ellen Page.
Whoa!
I've always I really love Ellen Page.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of Ellen Page.
I mean, she's amazing, but like interesting.
Yeah, it's a random pick, I know, which is why I left it to the end. But the reason why I really love Ellen Page is because she was the first kind of person that I like watched in movies and like really kind of also made me want to be an actress. Was with Ellen Page.
Wow.
Yeah, I really loved her in like Hard Candy. I can't remember the name of the other one, but it was one when she like went and like joined like a bunch of like homeless kids and like ran around in like some weird like tribe. And then also like her as Kitty Pryde in X-Men. Like I just was always such a huge Ellen Page fan. I think she's fantastic.
Wow.
And then I just think her career got so great. I have no idea what she's really doing now. I know she's like a big LGBT like activist and doing stuff with them. But I really love Ellen Page.
Did you know that she played Ricky's daughter in Trailer Park Boys?
Sure do.
That's amazing.
It's so good.
Non-Canadians are like, what the hell is Trailer Park Boys?
Trailer Park Boys is on Netflix, and you guys should watch it. It's on in the U.S.
The earlier seasons,
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah,
I know that was like definitely a random one, but she was like, it's not one that I'm like, oh my God, what's Ellen Page up to now? But like at the time when I was really into her, I thought she was like the bee's knees.
That's awesome.
Yep.
What a fun little addition to this list. Because mine are just like, we've got Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, and we got Catherine O'Hara. Those are my last three. I love a boozy little, like jazzy catastrophe, which is Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli. That's how I would like to age in all sequin jackets.
I fully support that. I actually have a secret blazer that I should just send to you to just get the ball rolling, to just start it off, Get it happening.
Yeah.
I also had Kelly Ripa on my list.
Whoa! And that makes sense, though. You like Kelly Ripa a lot.
I do like Kelly Ripa. Sometimes I think she's probably a huge bitch, but I kind of like that.
But I think she's been like, I thought that too, but I think she got screwed over by
Me too.
Regis, and I think she got screwed over by Michael Strahan, and it's like these two dudes have totally effed with her.
She has to be a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, I think it's one of those things where, like, if a guy was in that position, we wouldn't be saying that.
Exactly.
And it's like, she's had it. She's like, imagine doing this show with this guy for like, how long was her and Regis together?
I don't even know what the actual
5-10
time.
years.
A long time, though.
And then she shows up to work and he's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving. And we're telling everyone today. It's like, well, why wasn't I a part of that conversation? Like, what are you talking about? It's
she's had some raw deals through that. But I mean,
I agree.
To me, it's like one of the most like, she's a great job. And the fact that they just announced that Ryan Seacrest is her now permanent co-host.
Yeah.
Is weird to me. I don't love it.
He's weird?
No, I don't think he's weird. I just think like, give the opportunity to someone else.
Well, they don't, but that's the, I mean, this is a whole nother podcast, but people are scared of that. Like, we forget that when
Tell me about that.
Which
shit.
Like, Girls comes out and it's 4 fresh faces and we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. And everyone's like, I wonder why this is a hit. It's like, oh, because you let new voices come through and new perspectives and new people. Oh, interesting. That would be something that people wanted.
It's so crazy. Yeah, when I saw that was announced today, which is, it's Monday right now when we're recording this. But yeah, I was like, I mean, he's great. He's obviously, I mean, he's great. He's
what else
super
can he
talented. Do? He obviously knows what he's doing. It's a seamless, easy transition. He could go in there and host a show by himself. I'm sure it'd be fine.
But that's why I think he got picked, because it's like, oh, now it's going to be like quick, snazzy. They don't really need to get to know each other because they're both like huge professionals, and it's like safe, easy choice. Done and done. No more drama. We're good.
Thank God it wasn't Jerry O'Connell. Ugh.
Oh my God.
What an idiot. Sorry,
know.
Jerry O'Connell. You're not good.
He's no good. He's really messing with his face right now, and
he's like a golden retriever that like came to life. Like he's just like, I feel like he's like panting all the time. Like always wants to catch a ball. Relax. Like sit down.
God, we got a stack of balls here. Just say it doesn't matter. Pick one. Go run after it.
My favorite thing ever was I watched him one time. He was on Wendy Williams.
Oh no! Yes,
and
I've watched that.
He was wearing like a like a James Brown wig. But he was like, I saw him like take it out, and he was like about to put it on. I'm like, you are not putting on this black man's wig.
No.
Like it was just like the
Jerry
crime scene. It needed to be taped off and shut down. It was so bad.
His wiener gets eaten off in Sharknado.
Good.
That movie or is it Sharknado? It is, I think. And then like it floats around in the water.
No.
Oh, I don't want to listen. I don't want to be saying this information, and I certainly didn't want to see it.
Anyways, Kelly Ripa's great, and she gets shit done, and I really, for that, I applaud her. I think it's cool that she's been put in a spot, or that she's earned a spot. She's been put in a spot, but she's earned being able to like, throw out some shade.
I mean,
good for her. I think she should. I think she should have been pissed at Michael Strahan. I think she should have been mad at these people, and that is her show.
Yes.
Whether you bring in Ryan Seacrest or whether you bring in whoever, it's her show, and everyone get in line.
And stop telling women to be cool about it. Like,
totally.
She needs to relax. It's like, no, she got screwed over.
And she should have been in those conversations.
Absolutely.
The fact that she wasn't is dog shit.
It's absolute dog shit. And I'm glad that she's like, I'm taking a year to figure this out, and no one will rush me. And I'm like,
I thought
good for you.
it was so baller that she's like, I'm not going to work today. When that happened, I was great. I was like, good for you. Don't show up. Let them see how this show works when you're not there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Peace. And it's like, she was like kind of shamed for doing that. I'm like, I would have taken the goddamn week off.
Yep.
Hell no.
I love that she did that. I thought it was cool.
Me too. And
good for her.
Because it was like, I mean, it was kind of like the first time where she was like, this is not okay, and I'm pissed. And I think people were like, whoa, weird that the woman's like pissed, and like, it's like, well, she should be. I would
100%. Could you imagine? Oh my God!
No.
I would flip out too. So I don't blame her at all. And another note about her that I think is really cool is that she's been married for like 20-something years and seems like she's super in love with her husband, and she's got her kids, and I think she's been able to have this like gigantic career every day on TV. and still is like a mom and a wife and has like what seems like a great family.
And started off as a soap star. So it's like you would think that we would write her off. But she was like, no, like I'm destined for more. I think it's great.
Yeah, love her.
I love how we started with Girl Boss being garbage, and then we all sort of realized our strong love for Kelly Ripa.
Yeah. I didn't know. God, it's about time. I'm going to tweet that out. I'm going to tweet my love of Kelly Ripa to her as soon as we're done.
As we should. I did not know how strongly I felt about this issue until now, and now I'm feeling really empowered for my workout.
Yeah, don't you?
I do.
Because sometimes I think you forget that. You
I did.
Like, forget of like, she got dragged through the coals pretty bad, and like she had some pretty like raw situations happen, so... Hey, I'm glad she did what she had to do.
Hell yeah! I feel like that's
a good girl.
I feel like that's a good conclusion to our first badass ladies podcast.
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, there's always more to add to the list. I'm very curious to know, listeners, who your badass women are.
Oh, send them to us, please.
Yeah, I would love to know. Because I feel like we covered a lot of great ones, and I'm sure there's so many gems that we didn't get to, or people you don't really think of, and like ours are very entertainment based.
Yeah, so let us know who yours are.
Yeah, exactly. There could be a whole other world.
Famous scientists, famous geologists. Send them to us. We want to fall in love with them and stand up for them and yell.
I love yelling. I love yelling. Give me a reason to yell. I'll yell it.
And we have some new listeners too with our podcast. Our podcast is growing, so welcome new listeners,
guys. Yeah, share it with your friends and your family and like pass it around. I'm really glad that you guys are digging it. It's cool.
We're into it. So send us your things. I want to learn about some new ladies.
Please do. Yeah, send us a link. We'll read it.
Okay, well now
all right, well thanks for listening to us, guys. And next week, I don't know what our topic's going to be, but we'll be around talking some more regular stuff.
So are we going to do the lady ghost? We got to do a lady themed ghost.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Damn. I don't know why I feel like I had to make my own voice a higher pitch when I'm already a woman.
Yeah, well, you did what you did, and you're not wrong. You know,
that's the thing. You're never wrong with the ghost towel.
Yeah, if someone doesn't like it, then they can just eat shit like everyone else at Kelly and Ryan.
Telling someone to eat shit's great. That's very funny. What a rude thing to say. Like when you really think about what you're saying, you're like, oh my god. But it's like such a phrase that you just like throw out there. It's very funny.
Eat shit and get a squatty potty. That's my 2 cents. Bye guys.
Bye guys.